And we just obtained 911 records from an unruly scene at Lewis and Clark High School that then prompted a police response. This is all part of an ongoing investigation into the safety of local schools and the response by administration. So the tapes give us a little insight into those pretty chaotic moments that did lead to a lot of frustration last night during a Spokane City School Board meeting. So covering the story from the beginning now is Laura Papetti, and she's been here to talk about the new information and what we know so far.
That's right. We've had a lot coming in over the past several hours. So when the incident happened, we immediately here at KREM 2 requested the 911 tapes, hoping to give some clarity and context to what was described to us as a chaotic mob. Again, those aren't words we chose. That is how it's described to us. Students hurling threats at teachers and staff. Today we received those tapes, the 911 tapes, and this comes after last night's meeting where a Lewis and Clark teacher spoke to the school board about ongoing violence and what he says is a lack of response.
911, what's the...
KREM 2 obtained the 911 tapes through a public records request that helps give some context of a disruptive scene between students and staff at Lewis and Clark High School. The calls came from a staff member inside the school. On the tape, you can hear people shouting in chaos while the staff member sends out a plea for police. A student also provided KREM 2 with cell phone footage from the scene.
What is going on at Lewis
I'm
and
calling
Clark?
911. We've got students coming in and out of our office. We need police at Lewis and Clark right away.
The 911 operator continues to ask questions, trying to get background while sending officers in response.
What is going on with this?
We have students that are coming in our office threatening us, and they're all over the place. There's a mob of them. Can we just have some police here?
Yes.
The fear from that school day on May 5th spilled over into frustration at the Spokane Public School Board meeting this week. Teachers continuing to call for help, but instead of police asking for policies to change.
We've been begging at our school easily since October for things to change, because it just seems like are we just waiting for disaster? Is that the point? I don't get the point. It's insane to me.
Lewis and Clark math teacher Matt Tolley-Rupert spoke to the district and specifically to Superintendent Adam Swinyard, saying the problem of safety at schools isn't limited to a one-time event, but an ongoing issue, one that he says has been ignored, putting staff and students at risk.
I just find it hard to recognize all of these stories that I've heard all year that are so disturbing. But yet we're waiting for a bigger disaster before we say, oh, we didn't know there was any issues.
When a mob of kids come in this office and start threatening us, I'm absolutely calling the police.
Yeah,
so I just let you guys know.
Not a problem. I've got you at Lewis and Clark.
Okay.
And there's still that request for officer contact.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
So again, receiving information from a teacher and from the 911 tape. So we did reach out to the school district to request a statement and to talk with the superintendent. Now, we were told Adam Swinyard was not available today, the superintendent, but we did get a statement released to us from the school district. We are posting the full response, but I wanted to share some pertinent information that comes from that response. Regarding this specific incident, while accounts of what happened varied, we do know that there were no weapons present, no physical violence, and no disruption to classrooms. This is again coming from the school district. Also saying, since this incident occurred, LC administrators have been talking with staff and families about how to best move forward as a learning community. So again, this is part of an ongoing investigation that we're doing here at KREM 2. We continue to air stories on the subject of violence in our schools and the response, and we will continue to do so. We are committed to that. But again, some new information coming in, and we're posting all of it in its entirety on KREM.com.
Laura, thank you very much. And of course, we will continue to follow this, and we'll let you know if and when we do have a chance to sit down and talk with the superintendent, as I know that we have questions, not just that are our questions, but from parents and families who are wondering how the district is responding.
And we continue to ask for those interviews and sit down to talk about school violence. But because now the FBI is involved with this case, per our investigation over the last several months, we do know the school district has not wanted to sit down and talk about mandatory reporting, as we've been talking about. And so we'll continue to make those requests and let you know when we get the very latest.
And all the information that we do have so far, you can find on KREM.com.
You got it.
Right now.